All right.
And it's on.
Yes, I will also switch back to my camera then. So, welcome everybody, because now we are online actually, at least in one stream, because we have two YouTube videos, and the other one is our social room, and this is our game room. We will explain what that means in a minute. But first of all, this is a Gauntlet game. Thank you for joining me. This was organized through the Gauntlet calendar. And we all play the third game in my series, live action online games. And the idea of a live action online game is that we are, for the actual playtime, we are 100% in character. So if you have sloppy and loud typing on your keyboard, you can complain about that with another player. If you eat your noodles and slurp heavily, I also prepared something for this. I have like a straw, just in case I need to annoy somebody. Yep, perfect. You can still play any gender you like. You can still play a person from anywhere else. However, we have a theme today. We play Endgame. And Endgame is a LARP by David Hertz. It was published through Glass Free Games. It's on free online. It has been, to a good degree, modified, but it's still in its core, it's still the same game. And the idea is that we are an esport team, and we just lost the most important match and are down to relegation now. We lost our place in the professional league. We will not be able to continue the lifestyle we had, because so far we were making enough money to make a living out of this. 80 hours of practicing and working together every week was necessary to do this. This is hardcore professional gaming. And now we are at this stage that we either dissolve the team. Some of us, the better ones, might go to other teams. Others might go back to school. We even have teenagers among us. And others, again, might consider founding a family where they currently didn't have the time for. But maybe the team also decides that they want to try hard again and live through the durance of not making money actually with it and still work as much as they did before. Maybe we can find a way back to the professional league again. Maybe it's just a part of the team which can do that. So this is more or less where we are in terms of the game. And when you go to our spreadsheet, to the pitch tab, you can also read about this in a little bit more detail. Oh, no, actually you go to the setup first. The other part you can still read, but it's the less, it's a much longer description of what happens. I will share my screen now so we can walk through the setup together also on screen. I'm not sure if anybody will be able to read this because of my connection, but let's see. So in terms of tone, we are an esport team which spent so much time together that actually we feel like family for each other to a good degree. Not all of us to the same degree, but it has the form of a family drama as it is. For some it might be sad or bitter. For others, they be in a more hopeful moment in their life or nostalgic. Others might not be willing to let go. Others are ambitious still and don't care so much about the family. And some might even be manipulative and they don't care that much if everybody finds the best way out of the situation as long as they get what they want. So in terms of subject matter, because of these tone issues, we could see verbal attacks and social pressure. Last time we played this is the second run, we didn't see this, but it could happen. It is also okay to scream. We will have an off character chat. So if you want to check in with another player beforehand or afterwards, that's the way to go. We also have an X card on the table. So when in our chat, I will just practice that for a second. So here, if there's something, a piece of content, you say, oh, I don't want to continue playing with that part of content, just write an X in there. You can add which part you would like to see X carded. Sometimes it might be very obvious. We will figure it out. Most important is that no questions asked. So, yeah. So let's go back to, Then the gaming scene has a certain reputation. I think that's an important point to make, which is like that some part of the gaming community, the esport community, is seen as toxic. We will not play that part of that culture. We will not try to replicate that. So when you attack somebody, I think it's better to avoid attacks based on sexism, ableism, or racism, or whatever bullshit this scene is famous for, to some degree. I'm not a gamer. I don't want to judge anybody in that scene. I'm not such a gamer. We try to stay curious. We want to be open-minded about this scene if we are not in it and don't know much about it. If we do something in that regard, we definitely should check in with each other. Cool. Okay. Another very important thing in live-action online games, but I think it's also relevant in other online games, is something I call responsibility roles. And this is where you need to make decisions already. Responsibility roles are that we want to share the burden of facilitating the game to some degree. We do this already by Azure having our second live stream, the one we are currently in, for us. However, there are a couple of other roles, and I would like to see if one or two of you could help me as the currently standalone facilitator to relieve a little bit of the work to be done. So my name is Garrett, and I do the orientation right now. So when you look at this table, I take over that responsibility role. In-game, I will also be the GM. So I also put my name in there. Setting the timer, reminding in chat when time is getting short. This is also, because of my special role, something I will take over. However, tech help, that is something I would like to ask somebody else to do. With tech help, what I mean is that if I disappear, that you will keep the strings together. Or like Michael, with your backup solution, that we have another video stream to join if Azure, for example, disappears.
I can
so maybe it makes, that is cool. Sure. Yeah, thank you very much. You can put your name in there if you're in this document. Rules is something, well, since I have written part of the rules and at least copied them from David Hertz, I will also do the rule stuff. The debrief is the last part and is also something I would like to hand over. There is a given structure at the end of the document, which you simply need to read out loud, actually. And then what you do is like handing over the mic from one person to the other one. And I like that whenever I have done that a lot, actually, that it's not with the facilitator, with the GM, that the debrief is in somebody else's hand, and the GM, after the game is over, can actually lean back a bit. So I would be very grateful if one of you would do the debrief, the moderation of the debrief for us.
I can take the debrief.
Cool. Thank you, John. All right. Now we're getting closer to picking characters in this, if there are no further questions on the part so far. Then it's all right. Then we move over to the pitch tab. And there, again, you have like a couple of background information about the situation and eSport in action, but I have done a summary of that already. If you feel like you would like to read a little bit more about this, you can do that while we're doing character creation. So now comes the point in time where you choose one of the 5 characters. So we have the captain, the star, the veteran, the rookie, and the mascot. Pick it quickly, your character, because they can trade it off if somebody else has another character you would like to have. And I'm sure in the end we will have something for everybody in place. Which character do you want to pick? Let's start with Andy.
Yeah. I'll take the mascot, or I'd like to pick the mascot.
Cool. Yeah, do so, and you can still trade it away if somebody says, "I'm not happy with the final."
Do I just put that where it says player 5, or? Oh no, wait.
The best place to put this, so my formulas all work, is where it says cell A39. Yeah.
Okay.
And you put your name in there, then all the other tables are updated. Perfect.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did it? Wait. Did it not? Okay. Yeah, it worked. Cool.
It worked. All right. Then, Asher, who do you want to play?
I was looking at the rookie or the veteran.
Okay. You are the rookie.
All right. Let's go with that.
Already done. And Jordan, who are you?
I'm very tempted to play the star, but
Okay.
I'm also thinking about maybe playing the captain.
That's you have the star. There we go.
All right, I guess I'm the star.
Yes.
And I'm the
Mike,
vet.
you're the veteran. Okay.
Tell you about Nam.
Yes. All right, cool. So the captain is left. And now I only realized that do we miss a player? Yeah, there's Campbell is not with us, right? J.M. Campbell was supposed to join us.
Let me double. Yeah.
Interesting.
Give a ping, or
Yeah.
when was?
He seems to be in another hangout or something. Oh no, wait, that's Jordan Marshak. That's a different
Yeah,
J.
another J. What was the last thing? What was the last thing they saw? Huh. Yeah, everyone was here. Everyone saw at least the link to the first room.
Okay.
Is there a way to ping someone in Hangouts? I don't think there is.
Easily. I mean, if you know the email address, I think. Then you
Okay.
Yeah. I sent an invitation to him. Anyway, we can also play with these characters. I just wonder, like, originally it was said that the best character to drop in the original game was to use the rookie, and Jordan was so nice and came in from the waitlist, so I didn't have to think about what to do with just 5 people playing, which is so much. Now I have to make a decision if I still continue playing the GM or if we skip one of the characters. And I think because I hadn't spent too much thought about what happens when you don't have a GM, there is a description what to do when you don't have a GM with you for everything, but it's much more complicated for all of you because then you need to steer the story in this regard, and you need to put a little bit more effort into it. So I would rather say that we drop one of the characters and who has maybe already left us. And what is supposed to happen is that we drop the rookie. So Asher So Asher, would you play the captain then?
I'll try.
Yes. That's good. All right. So I type in your name there and drop the number of players to 5.
Or I could play the captain if you wanted to play the star more.
I'll do the captain. That's okay.
Fair enough.
Cool. All right. That sounds good. I think I'm more comfortable with being the GM still. Yeah. All right. Now, since we have picked characters, so next step, what you do is you read all the details about your character. So take your time to read what you see there. Think about for a moment which role your character could play in the story. Thinking about, like, we have 1 hour left before our sponsor is shutting down the platform.
We have a Campbell.
We have a Campbell. Okay, so Ashley, your choice. Quickly move back to the rookie or stay with the captain.
I think I'll let Campbell decide, right, what he wants.
Okay, yeah. But it's interesting. The original LARP says that you should assign characters without asking anybody to avoid politeness paralysis.
Well,
you decide.
I mean, it makes sense for JM to join, and they can just decide which one they want.
Yeah, makes sense. Yes, yeah. Politeness is actually a good thing. Cool. Hi, JM.
Hello.
Hey, mates.
Coming full of stress from work, or is...
That's good. You got something to channel into this.
Absolutely, yeah. Bring it all in. Let it bleed in heavily. Yeah. All right. With what can we help you? We are about to pick characters, and you need to pick either the captain or the rookie. So one of the two extremes.
The rookie, because I'm not good at online games.
All right. Yeah. The rookie might be more ambitious, though. Be careful. Yeah, and you should have access to the document. Yeah, the spreadsheet. And we walked through the first steps in the setup tab and are now at the stage where everybody reads through their character description. So it's a good time that you can reorient yourself, and I'm hopefully able to help you to bring you into the game. And if the others don't mind, I would summarize a little bit for JM, like what we have discussed so far already. Yeah, and we need to put your name in. Yeah, your name, by the way, goes into the name field, the bigger one. So my name, rookie. How can I help you to bring you into the game? Do you have an idea about what the topic of the session is?
Vaguely.
All right. So first of all, this is a live action online game. So there are exactly 60 minutes in which we are full in character. So you can make all kind of nonsense behind your screen at that time, and it's in character, and other characters can refer to what you're doing there. You can still play a different person, and we just imagine that you are from elsewhere and look totally different and so on. So your gender and the way you look, you can still decide. You just need to tell us what you want, pronouns, etc., whatever you want. And so we play esport professionals who just got relegated out of the professional league. We lost for the next season. We won't have the money which we needed to make this as a full-time employment. Until now, we were able to do that. In 1 hour after the game starts, our sponsor shuts down the platform. And some of us might join another team. Others want this team to continue running, but maybe replacing 1 or 2 players. Others love their family, their team, so much that they want the team to stay together as they are. And others, again, might consider leaving gaming, professional gaming at all, or altogether. And we don't want to replay the toxic part of gaming culture. So we want to treat this culture with all the respect necessary and make it believable, but we are good gamers, so to say, which are there, as I learned. So this is, I think, important to know. The tone of the game, therefore, can be like that of a family drama, because we were so close. We lived like nearly all day together, and 80 hours of practice is something totally normal. We are very different age groups. Like the grandpa, I think, is in his mid-30s. And the youngest, the rookie, is possibly 16, your decision. Yeah, you dropped out of high school, and your parents are very unhappy about that because of professional gaming. Yeah, so this is the situation we have at the moment.
Cool.
Feel free to add to your character whatever flavor you like. So what is in there is just like a beginning statement. And the game is highly structured. I will come back to that when we are done with this part of character creation. So where do we stand? The veteran has a name, and the rookie just gets a name. The mascot has a name. The captain and the star still need a name. Yeah. Also, you see that the character description has a certain format. On the bottom, it always says leaving and staying. This is a short summary of the paragraph above. You can also have a look at the other characters. This game is full transparent, so you can see what the others were writing, what the others have as a goal. At the relationship at the bottom, you see Dream Team and to be replaced. This is also just a suggestion. And it's not to be meant strictly in that sense, but it's also, again, just a summary of what was written above to make it shorter for you to look it up again, what kind of idea you might have. Doesn't mean that your dream team is the only players you would like to have left in the team. And again, family drama is the tone, so nostalgic, sad, possibly bitter, hopeful, ambitious. These are the tones we would like to hit. Cool. And I will. 6th player again. Go. Are you all so far happy with?
I kind of want my handle to be Dank Ninja, but I'm not sure I could keep doing that with a straight face for an entire hour.
I would say you will be able to do that.
Is his name like our handle, or?
That's a good question.
If it's absolutely unpronounceable, then give us at least a hint how else we could call you. In the first run, I had half of the names were not pronounceable, but like full of lead speech. So we needed to come up with nicknames while playing, which was sometimes a little bit confusing. So so maybe you can have something like in exclamation marks is your screen name, but maybe your personality has already completely taken over. So Tor, for example. Sam, John, Mick 3. Yes, that's perfect. Mick, yeah. Cool. Last chance, by the way, to switch characters. Yeah, absolutely not happy, but I don't think so. Doesn't look like. Cool. So, Rogue Ninja. Very cool, yeah. I give us a little bit more space here on the top. Yeah, so we can read the names. Cool. Okay, do you feel comfortable with your characters? Shall we move on? Yeah, okay, that was the wrong question. Yeah. All right, yeah. I will move on. You're not comfortable with characters. That's fine. So 3 meta techniques are relevant in this game. The first one is we have 3 play areas. Jam, this is something new for you, maybe. We have 2 video streams. We will now move over to the other video stream because that's the best way to practice this. And if it collapses, it's also the last point we can still circumvent what has happened, what has gone wrong. So one play area is actually out of character, and this is our Google Hangouts. When you have an X card or something, you type it into this thing here, where you all should have seen an X card now, an X. Yeah. So this is our out of character conversation. Might also be necessary to have a look at that once in a while to see, if, like, for example, if somebody is asking you to join you in a room. We are right now in the game room. This is our practice room. It doesn't mean that we have to practice the whole time in this room. You can have a completely normal conversation in this room. It's just a name for the room. And if you want to pretend that you're practicing the game, then take your favorite controller into your hand and dangle around it. It's like, ding, 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 ding. It's like, or you can put your headphones on while being in this room, if you like that. No problem if you don't. So we will now, to practice switching rooms, what we will do later in character, we will move from one hangout room into the other. So in our shared document, we have the social room, and you can copy at URL also to another place if necessary. So we will all, except for Asher's second laptop, leave this room and join the other room. All right?
All right.
Okay. The link is put there. See you over there.
Oh, that was a sigh if I ever heard one.
What are we gonna do, man?
Well, I don't the fuck know. Does it look like I have a fucking answer when it comes to the fucking money?
It's supposed to be Tori's job.
I don't know if you noticed, but sponsors won't touch this shit with a 10-foot pole.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess we can't leave it all up into their hands. We should. They got to sell us too, you know. So, do you want to practice? I don't know. I don't know if I really feel like playing right now, to be honest.
Practice 101. If you want to be a pro, gotta practice even when you don't feel like it. It's about consistency, about doing it all the fucking time. It's gotten into you. You used to have a pro attitude. But now what I'm seeing, it's like, I don't know, half the time you're mooning about, like, fucking, Mig.
What?
I used to think Sam, there was an unshakable rock. I just haven't been seeing that kind of play lately.
Do you mean that?
I think you're better than this.
Damn.
And I want to know why you're playing below your level. Because let me tell you, I got one guess. She uses way too many big fucking words.
Look, man, it's not that simple. Look, don't you ever think about like your future?
Yeah.
You got a pro attitude too, but like, are you just gonna keep applying it to WTF like till the servers go offline? Like, did you ever think about applying that elsewhere? You know, like
You gotta win one game at a time, man. But like,
I'm tired.
I don't know. WTF's been
Tired, man. We've been practicing.
look, we gotta win.
That's what I was thinking. 12 hours a day. I was just tired, just so tired. But that tournament came up, and I felt badass, and I was ready to take it on. When we lost, it's like, what I spent all that time hopped up on Red Bull and ramen just to lose.
Yeah, you haven't been taking care of yourself.
How am I supposed to? When do we have time? You take a fucking spa day?
Well, I don't know. Yeah,
Doesn't sound like a pro attitude. Got to play even when I don't
Skype
feel
with
like
your
it, right?
girlfriend in France for 3 hours every night.
I think you're just jealous. Am I wrong?
Well,
I'm sorry.
let me tell you,
We're all wound up, you know. We don't need to be fighting like this, right? Try to be a team, like Tori said, right? Maybe we got to apply the same attitude of like passion and practice that we do into like proving our skills. Maybe we have to do the same thing with like us, you know? What does that even look like? When's the last time you had a friend or someone that you wanted to Skype with for 3 hours, you know? Like, I feel like I've forgotten how to just hang with you, bros. Just work. Fucking office buddies now. Go hang out by the water cooler, you know?
This is my life. Putting everything on the line here.
You don't have a plan B?
Doesn't look like I have a fucking plan B.
Maybe that's why you're so good.
Damn straight it is. Gotta have that laser focus. That's the only way you can really keep up. That's the only way you can ever really be at the top of your game. Because, you know, just as well as I do, everyone who plays with us is the top. They're the best of the fucking best. But all it takes is that little tiny bit to be the difference between a god and a dipshit. And I'm always got my eye on that little tiny bit. And that's why I'm a fucking god. And that's why Mig is a fucking dipshit.
What do you think Mig's distracted by?
Hey, I'm here.
Hello.
I don't know.
Speak of the devil.
Probably by beating it off too much, if I had to guess. But
Hey,
yeah,
man, we got an interview to get set up, so
so tell me, Mig, are you a half-ass when you beat it off too? Oh wait, I already know the answer to that question.
I don't want to
chill,
know.
man. Chill. We just got to go over the interview a little more, okay?
So,
You gave us out of here too? All right.
Yep. So,
Back it up.
yep. It's fine, you know, you need to practice or whatever. Like, you can do it later. Sorry, no. Yeah, didn't mean it like that.
Well, whatever.
Have fun, dude.
thanks. Can you guys go now so we can get this over with?
Seriously, you know, don't sweat it.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Did I find the right link? I'm not sure.
Hey, you're good to go.
There. What link were you looking for?
Well, I wanted to speak to the team winning, like in the last minute, their final match, and not being relegated. Unfortunately, I'm not talking to that team. This is embarrassing for both of us, isn't it?
We put our best effort forward, you know, and you know, we sometimes the game just doesn't go your way. But you know, we had a lot of strong techniques in there, and you know, like this is my first time officially doing support instead of trying to do aggro, and you know, it definitely was a different experience, but I think we did really well and just kept everything moving. So, yeah.
It's kind of cute hearing all this media training through your lips. Yeah, it sounds quite professional. It's just a waste of money, isn't it? You go back to high school now, Omega Butter.
No, I'm a professional here. I'm gonna, we just gotta focus and come back next semester or next season.
Yeah, but Mickman, you have been now for one whole season with a team member whose stats all show that they played a significant role of you not making it. How does that feel?
Excuse you, were you even paying attention to the stats in that last match? Like, the dude farmed the second most energy of anyone else in the game. That could have been instrumental. Like, if a couple things hadn't happened, Sam actually managed a 200 move dance combo and only did it because we had Omega right there. Not killing, but just keeping us in the game for way longer on the point than we should have been able to.
So what was your reaction then that you still lost after it sounds like such a grandiose feast of success to everybody here?
I mean, look, we're playing a game, and when you play the game, somebody wins, somebody loses, and sometimes that's not what you expect.
Omega kill. It's like, how does it feel that after a whole season and all this media training, still people talk instead of you?
The people talk instead of me?
Mm-hmm.
I've been focused on training and catching up to the level that everybody else is at. You have no idea what kind of pressure it is when the game starts, and I've been so I don't mind the media stuff. I'll do that when I need to, but the game is the most important thing.
So does it actually feel like a relief to be out of the first league?
No.
It sounds like. Actually, it turns out that this interview, which I thought like is a waste of my time, is a quite interesting opportunity to also dive into this deep abyss of esport and what it does to young people, isn't it? So I have like from live, which is a different section in our magazine. Like I have a colleague who might be interested in also like portraying you with your family and how it looks like when you return to your family. Would you be interested in? It's a paid interview. You could need the money.
No, we're gonna come back next season. We're gonna do even better. This isn't the end, and it's definitely not the end for me.
Think about it. It's easy to get in touch with me. Mick, we have been together for so many years, and I know that you are a sports person. You know how to handle these situations. But I don't have the time now anymore to continue this conversation. Thank you very much for your time, and I wish you all the best, like for your future, also without professional esport. Thank you. Goodbye.
Asshole.
I freaking hate the press corps, but honestly, man, I'm really proud of you.
I'm not.
It was I was a little scared, just like sitting there, but I knew that I had to give you space to just sort of make your moment, and you know what you did. You did. Yeah. So I think you did good.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm just gonna run through some drills. You know, if whatever you want to do, like if you want to stick around, if you want to go spend some time checking in with the others, like.
No, that's a good idea. I need to practice.
You know, it's fine. You know, just like get back to the basics. I think a lot of people have gotten out of touch with that. You know, it's people don't remember what this game used to be like. You know, people don't remember how things were when everything got started. You know, when it actually got popular, you know, what made it popular wasn't about like these infinite damage combos off of the dance off. Like, it wasn't about getting all of that energy farm, you know, it was about working together in weird ways and actually getting to know your characters and having fun with that.
Yeah, my dad told me about this old game once called EverQuest. Sounds completely ridiculous. You know, he showed it to me one time, and it was just, may as well be playing on like a PlayStation or something. It was so old graphics. Jeez.
Yeah, see, that's what gaming's about. You know, it's just getting together. And I mean, you know, being competitive is one thing, but man, like, you know, that was you, right? About the work schedules, and these 12-hour days just aren't cutting it.
Yeah. Well, I can do 14 if we need to.
Oh no, that's not.
I'll talk to the captain about it.
Cool.
Sure.
I mean, you know, it's if you need to, we can bring that up later. If you need the support, or if you don't, even better. You know, I want to see you make something of yourself. You know, I think you've got a lot of potential here.
I know. I just need to practice more.
Yeah. Hey, it's fine. Don't stress it. Because honestly, the moment you start really stressing is the moment you lose it.
I think I'm going to go back over and see if there's any snacks still out.
Makes sense.
Get the taste of that awful reporter out of my mouth.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, hey.
Hey, how did the interview go?
You know,
Great.
like interviews usually do.
So you've done a lot of interviews? You're an expert at it? That's what I'm hearing.
You know, I wonder if anyone brought snacks.
You brought snacks? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, we were about to go check on snacks in the other room, but then everybody came over here, so...
Oh. I'll go check.
Cool.
Rogue Ninja,
Yes,
you want to
you're
do some
timing on your arm.
practice?
It's just a little too late. Every single time, I'm counting.
Oh, come on.
Second.
If you've been counting every single time, maybe that explains, like, what happened last match. Stick to your own play, man. You know, you can't get your head in the game if you're paying attention to everybody else.
Why don't you stick to Scrub League, asshole?
Hey, at least it's fun.
Maybe one day you'll finally realize that there's more to this fucking game than obnoxious fucking gimmicks.
What? That's where it started.
Parent, man. Just because you can beat the fuck up on some clueless solo cures with a double tongue build doesn't mean you should run that shit in a real game.
I mean, do what brings you joy, I think.
That's a real winning attitude.
Oh, come on. Every once in a while, I wonder if you're going to get that... shoot, what is it even called? The staff of the Monkey King out of your butt.
I wonder if one day you're ever going to be serious about fucking anything. Or just you're gonna die a 2-bit deadbeat that never made a real commitment in his entire fucking life.
I don't know. I won't lose sleep over it.
No, I guess you won't.
Really though, like, how do you even get so wound up about something like this? Like, come on, like, have you ever just taken 2 steps back and actually looked at it? You know, I'm a freaking frog dude. You know, you're a robot ninja. Have you thought
Do you have
about
any idea how much fucking money there is in this scene?
Oh man, like,
The association reported $500 million.
dude, if you wanted money, you should have just gotten a degree in accounting.
Dude, it isn't about the fun money. It's about taking anything fucking seriously. You say, look at this frog dude, like it was just a game. Yeah, well, you think everything's just a game.
Well, I think games are just a game.
Just put some fucking bread on your fucking table. It's not just a game.
I mean,
We're
maybe
athletes. Have some fucking pride. Do you want to know what? Other athletes, world at large, looks at esports and is like, yeah, kids shit. Just a game. That's silly. It's because fucking shitheads like you.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna take some time and chill.
Yeah. Sure. Hmm. Oh. Yo. Hey, folks. Welcome back. Got another episode of Ninja in the Morning.
He dares to show up.
Well, there's something a lot of folks ask me about all the fucking time. Something very close to my heart. That's carry. They ask me, Rogue, how do I carry? How do I be the guy that wins the fucking game? And a lot of people, when they think about carrying in a game like WTF, they think about buttons. They think, I gotta land all these fancy combos. Gotta be able to have a 20 string perfect hit. And that's how we'll win the game.
Rogue Ninja, you are the best. The others were crap. It was their fault that you lost. Now you're down. Get rid of them.
Well, let me tell you, anyone can press fucking buttons. What carrying about, what bringing your team to the victory, it's about here. It's about your hit. Not about pushing a fancy string of buttons. It's about knowing the right thing to do. It's about looking at a match, knowing where it's going to go, and then controlling, making it go in the direction you want.
Rogue Ninja, you've become weak. In the past, you were talking clearly whose fault it was. I think Tor Eminence is shit.
He is, but that's neither here nor there. We've been playing like shit lately.
Who should stay in the team? Where do you go? Will you join the Cybercats?
Oh, well, I've been talking to the Cybercats a little. But, I'm not sure if I'm that impressed with how their backline's been looking this season.
I think they are lame.
What?
They talk soft and they don't talk about like what's really going on. You don't even know anymore what to tell your fans. Are you still there for your fans?
The fucking Cybercats this season. I mean, it's not just their backline, really. It's like, you remember Game 5 of the big mid-season tournament, and they were up against the Hong Kong Dragons.
Hun Hun Dragons for the win.
Well,
I heard the Hung Han
They
Dragons
did
are
that.
hiring Toy Eminence. I think they will. He's already on the jump.
they lost that game before it even started. The second that they went with a fucking two tongues build, even though Chinese teams have shown this whole fucking season that they shut down, they dominate the two tongues build. They went ahead and used that shit the entire match.
Yeah, I have seen
Because-
Sam playing. She's not into this anymore. I think she leaves the business soon. I think she lost on purpose. She's going down. She has brought you down. You should fire her. You should bite her ear off. Just like with the other guy. Huh?
But what the fuck, man? We were talking about the Hong Kong fucking Dragons. I don't see why the fuck you're dragging all these other people into it. That's some people's problem. They're always trying to drag something else in. They don't know how to focus. They don't know how to be serious. They don't know what it takes to win. You want to know the secret to carrying? Secret to carrying. It's up here. And it's not just that knowledge. It's the attitude. Bottom line, you gotta want it. Rogue out.
Oh, who does he think he is? Like, seriously. The guy has a real try. I mean, look, it's sure we're competing technically. We have to be kind of hardcore about it, but seriously, what does he think he's doing? Like, he just sucks all the meaning, all the joy out of the thing. And like, come on. Does anybody even like him? Seriously. Anybody? I really, really kind of hope he decides to find someone else. You know, find another organization that actually works for him. That's try hard enough for him. Anyway. I guess I should go see what they're up to.